Is your mic on?
Who?
I don't know. That wasn't included in the question.
Okay. I would assume that everyone can hear. If you can't, then like, I don't know, man.
Least helpful statement of all time. Thank you.
What am I gonna do? I cannot help you. If you cannot hear, it's rough out there, ain't it? Oh, I earned prestige, guys. 15 stars. Oh, Yugami, they can't hear you.
What?
Finally,
Why?
a silent episode of Boomboss Radio. Some peace and quiet around here.
I don't believe that.
I do.
Alright, I almost bought into it for half a second, but
I literally cannot tell. I was about to actually start tinkering with it. And by tinkering with it, I mean do nothing, because I don't know how else I would
this
get it to work.
This shit's pissing me off. I can't.
Genuinely no idea how I would get it to work. Thank you, Iker. All right, guys, I now have 360 chem storage.
But yeah, it's
All right, whatever, bro.
360.
Yeah.
Damn. I will not be building more for a while.
I mean, what else are you gonna use your pop on? You might as well just stack it all the way up to plasma.
I don't know what I'm doing, but my pop is full. I don't have space for that. Why did we bring this guy up?
What's up, Waffle?
Not much, not much. What is this episode gonna be about this time?
Okay.
The boss strike.
Oh,
Bro did not read what the title card said.
there's a title card?
I didn't either.
Yeah, I mean, I set a title card. I don't know if anyone can even see it.
Oh, I'd see it. Okay, it's like the channel status. I got a ping and now I'm here. We appreciate you.
W loyal fans.
Just want to throw
City's
this
a
out
day
there.
one though, so
What?
yeah.
My
whatever.
squad did the best. I don't care what the stats were.
No, they
That's all I
did
gotta
not.
No, we got number one. We got number one. I don't care what any of the other numbers meant. So.
Why did he just? Why are you coming in here and just flat out lying?
No, I'm promoting my squad, you know. Gotta give them props. That would have been nothing without Hikari. And that's his facts.
Why can't
I mean,
Spud
he
listen,
still would have
by
been
the way?
second. He probably doesn't have the role.
But he does.
Oh, it's just public PC.
Yeah, he's in a public VC.
Okay, hold on.
Can you drag it back?
There we go. I grabbed him.
Let's go.
I thought he had the role. He literally has
Yeah,
the
he has
role.
the
He should
role.
be able to see. I gave it to Endless and he could join.
Can you just like not see the channel? I wonder.
No, you should be able to.
Like, can Spud even type in this channel?
I don't know.
At Spud. That's the wrong Spud. At Spud Healer. Wait, I can't. I have a feeling he can't see the
Spud
chat.
Killer from MM, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Waffle's upset now.
Huh? No. I thought.
No, Endless.
Chill.
No, who is it?
Spud Peeler?
But should be able to text.
He can't apparently. I can't add him, so.
Yeah, I think it's because it's guild only. That doesn't make any sense because
No.
Endless was able to. Is he verified? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have the guest role. That's
Oh
why.
my god.
Oh, we have to
There we go.
re-roll.
Now he should be able
wait,
to.
What did you give him?
Boomboss Radio guest?
No, you have to give him tune in.
No, tune in
has
just gives you
tune-in.
the notifications, but guest allows you to actually join the channel when it goes live. Because that's what I gave Endless, and he's able to join, and all our other guests.
At Spud
Wait,
Healer.
that's so weird.
Yeah. Now I can add him. Yay.
Mission. Radio host. Wait, why did?
Tune in is only for the notification ping whenever
Oh yeah.
I ping.
Yeah. Let us fix that real quick.
Okay.
We're doing IT on the
Ja-
spot.
Giant boom bus IT. Can't hear anything. Okay. Is he trolling or not? Like now I'm like kind of convinced that they're not trolling. Slain it, bro. We're not letting
no,
Slain the
that
Great
one's
up
not
on
happening.
stage.
I'm dismissing
Okay.
that.
All right. Can you guys actually hear us? Type in chat now if you guys can actually hear what we're saying.
I swear to God, if I see a no. All right, I don't believe them. Is the thing.
All right. Looks like we're all set.
Okay, well, no, I'm not muted. And they fucking answered, so how would that work?
What?
There's
Okay,
no
that
way.
has to be a lie. Genuinely
There's
has to
no
be a
way.
lie.
They
I'm not
all
starting this
answered.
episode of-
All right, I'm gonna say a number. What number am I saying? 5.
They're all just gonna lie. What do you mean?
Now type out the number that I just said. Okay, see that? This shit's stupid as fuck.
Yeah. Okay, I actually think Spud can't hear.
Yeah, I think
Spud is the only one who actually can't hear. What do we do?
I don't know.
Okay, I just kicked him.
Okay, well, that's weird. Our loyal fan.
Hold on.
Turn up the volume. So true.
I told him to join back.
Oh,
Okay, we good. See, it worked. Okay, I'm so smart.
Turn up the volume is so funny.
Okay, you can start the recording unless you've already been recording the whole time.
I've recorded everything.
Okay,
so
I was
far,
just typical. Okay,
No,
we haven't done
no,
this.
Spud.
Oh,
No,
oh my god.
I think why Spud was not able to hear was I removed him when I removed the guest role when he joined. So then, like while he was in the VC, he lost the ability to speak. So he has to disconnect and then reconnect.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Oh, that does make sense actually. All right,
WIT just plugged it and plugged it back in again.
that's the episode. I'm done with this.
Okay. How's everyone doing tonight? Glad that you all showed up. It's kind of funny because we typically don't have like this many people whenever we first start, and we usually more people trickle in as the night goes on.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty cool to see 19 people here. Where is our thing? Okay, today's episode is just Boss Strike recap. We didn't do one last week because like Boss Strike was coming around, and I need to quote unquote lock in, and everyone was making fun of me for not locking in, and then I absolutely blew 90% of the guild out of the water in Boss Strike with no frags. So yeah, how does everyone feel about that?
Okay, but you didn't
Yugami,
lock
how do you-
in. You didn't lock in.
Just like,
though.
did it matter?
It didn't matter, but you didn't lock in, and that's what really matters.
I fell off, bro. Nightmare when he gets carried by his range frag. If I had a range frag, I would have put up literally 15 billion points.
I don't know about that.
I wish I could have scored 10 mil. Wouldn't that have been awesome? Oh! How did we forget about that? Boss Strike is getting reworked.
Yeah, yeah. it's
Okay,
getting
now we
over.
need to. Everyone needs to put in their bets on how they're going to change Boss Strike. You got me. You can go first. I'm sure you got plenty of ideas.
I actually have 0 ideas. I think that they're going to. I don't think that they're actually going to change it all that much. To be quite honest with you, I think that
I'm
they're going to
low-key,
keep things mostly the same.
low-key, high-key thinking the same thing, and I really don't like that.
I just think that they're gonna well, I mean, obviously that's what they said. Exactly what they're going to do is try and reduce how much time you actually have to spend playing Boss Strike. But like, I think the core gameplay is gonna be the exact same.
But there's no, like, okay, they said that they're delaying it for 6 months so that way they can, quote unquote, like, rework the event, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like, I don't know if you guys have seen what they were saying in, like, Donator General and stuff, but they were like, oh, we don't like how it's just a 96-hour grind fest, and we're gonna do something about it. So presumably they're gonna go and actually change the event to change like the core gameplays of it. All right. Worst case scenario is they take boss strike, they change up like guild modifiers and stuff, and then they're like, okay, well, you can only fight 3 battles. A set number of fights each hour would be ass because it's still just a 96-hour grind fest, and it's just how many, like, can I just get all my battles done? If anything, it's going to make people stay up even longer to maximize how many hours they have for battles.
You're just going to get up once an hour and do your fights and then get off and then do it
like,
all over
imagine
again.
it's like 5 battles an hour. I would do 5, like, go do something else, do 5, go do something else, and I would just, like, take 30-minute naps to maximize every hour.
Yeah, that would be,
if anything,
really bad.
Yeah, I might literally score more in doing something like that because I wouldn't like fall asleep as much. Number of battles per day. Yeah. Literally, I'm gonna be honest, any sort of cap on it is butt, dick, and ass.
Okay.
It would literally suck. I'm sorry, it would suck so much. Like, I get, like, I think it's one of those, like, save the players from themselves type situation where, like, if you don't put a cap on it, then people would just kill themselves doing boss strike, which is what they're doing right now. But, like, how buns would it be if they just released the same event, but, like, you
can just do it less, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do enjoy the
okay.
boss strike. I don't want to necessarily play it less, so it would kind of suck if they just limit how much I can play. I also don't like games that have energy. Like, it's just kind of annoying to have to...
it's literally just an energy system before boss strike.
Yeah.
And every game that has energy just monetizes the shit out of it. It's like, oh, you ran out of energy, pay $5 to get all your energy back. And it's like, I feel like Madrona doesn't want to do that type of like shitty monetization practice. So adding in like a cap to it just feels very counterintuitive to that. You know what I mean?
Yes, multiplayer, like...
Did he just wait a minute? Did he just say the magic word?
Some kind of modifier.
The boss strike, some type of boss strike modifier, where you can choose the difficulty level and what modifiers did you play with.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
I wonder if anyone suggested that before. If they haven't, they really should go on the main core to make a suggestion about it. As much as I would like to see that, I feel like 6 months is not enough time to be able to like actually create a well fleshed out system like that. You know what I mean?
You think you did all the work? What do you mean? Your suggestion is right there.
I mean, true. I did it in like a day. But I mean, like, to actually like make a system that like is fun to play. I mean, because imagine they implement it for the next boss strike, bro. With the way that Battle Nations fans works, like, imagine if the system wasn't perfect, like off rip, there would be literally so much bitching and complaining. They would probably just delete the whole system and go back to old boss strike because of it.
Yeah, probably.
You know, I've noticed that with like other games too. Like, I know that this boss strike kind of like, and we're gonna get to this in a second, didn't go over very well.
Yeah, it was a little sloppy, but I mean, I still had fun with the event, but like it was a little
I did too.
rough.
Yeah, I'm not gonna act like the event was perfect and everything like that, but like I feel like people have such little patience for things nowadays that it's kind of exhausting. Like, Slay the Spire had they do beta patches, like where they do like experimental changes and stuff, and all of it's optional if you want to opt in for the beta or not, or you can just play the base game. And they added some changes to the beta patch of the game, and the game got review bombed because the people didn't like the changes that they implemented into the optional beta patch of the game. And I know that like it's a little different versus that, and like, you know, boss strike coming out and it's kind of like messy, but I feel like it's like you gotta like, I feel like people just want what they want and cannot take like something going wrong, you know what I mean? And with a company like Madrona, I don't want to be... Does either Yugami or Oolkki have an AS frag yet? No. Like, what do you even want me to say to that?
Anyways.
I just think like people should just be a little more patient with it. Like, if you really sit down and think about it, this game is an early access game.
Yeah.
But not labeled. Literally, all they have to do is label this game early access on Steam, and all your problems will go away because they can just bullshit and be like, oh, it's early access, so everything being wrong is okay. You know what I mean? Like, at least it gives them an excuse. I also think that they should just be a little more public about like their problems and stuff like that. Because during the boss strike, they were talking and like really laying out like the issues that they have making the game and why it's so difficult to make changes just on a dime. And
Yeah.
whenever I saw that, I was like, wow, this makes a lot of sense. This would probably be really good for Madrona if they like, you know, said it to everyone. But it's buried underneath 10 pounds of nonsense in regular generator or general chat.
Yeah, I do have to say they have been more open. But like I wish they just would do it slightly differently, I guess, and a little bit more consistently as well. But they definitely have improved from last year. I know last year was like zero communication, and then we just had a boss strike dropped on our heads. But
That was atrocious.
Yeah, that was
I
really
hope to
bad.
God that we never get like. Okay, what do you? This is a crazy question. What do you think is worse? Them dropping boss strike 2 weeks after guilds just dropped during the middle of Christmas holidays, or this boss strike being like horrendous for 90% of the
first
player
one,
base?
the first one. The actual boss strike went pretty well, but the timing of it was so bad. It was so bad. So I think this one went better just because we actually had like a decent warning beforehand of what was to come. So I definitely preferred how this one went because I was actually able to get the time off. I didn't have to call in sick to work and pretend to be dying of an illness just so I could play the boss strike.
I mean, can I really say no?
I can, oh, wow.
Let's see. I reckon if they banned the environmental damage, we would have been fine. I disagree. Simply, like, whenever I found out that they were gonna make changes, I literally asked them, like, specifically, I don't care what gets changed. You can just make the boss strike easy as piss. Please do not turn off the environmental modifier. Because you can just game the fire encounters to your favor and make it, like, make the strike way easier. Since they also take the additional, like, if you're gonna take damage from the event, you might as well use it to your advantage, right?
Mhm.
And I mean, like, you can be like, well, the Arctic maps, you know, your maulers don't take damage, but like, they didn't die anyways, even with the fire mod. And the only thing that really gets hit is your tanks, and they're getting hit by both mods anyways. So to me, it was like removing the fire modifier, if anything, would just make the strike harder. Because now it's taking more turns to clear shit. And the biggest problem with the boss strike is that the fact that the Silver Wolves do like 6 billion damage per attack, not like the slow ticking dot. The slow ticking dot would finish off a unit after the Silver Wolves took off 90% of their health bar with one attack. That's how I felt like the biggest problem with the strike was.
Yeah, or
I
your
feel like the dot
units
was
all getting
just-
stunned.
Yeah, or that, and literally raging and crashing out. Yeah, I don't know. I think, was it Joe Bob? Yeah, environmental damage was a decent concept, but it was implemented so poorly, and the Arctic units are shit. I mean, this is true.
Yeah,
That's super true.
I do have to
If
say,
the Arctic,
in hindsight,
Go
boss
ahead.
strike 1 went very smoothly in comparison. Besides the timing, I think that the actual event was pretty easy for us, and it's probably the best thing we could have gotten for the first boss strike.
it was just fire mod being easy as piss.
Yeah.
And then when they drop a new boss strike in 6 months, and it's literally probably infected, and it's literally even easier than fire mod
But,
was.
like, I guess my point is, like, imagine we had the timing of boss strike 1, but like the boss strike went as well as this one did in terms of like the event and how it ran. Like, it was just kind of sloppy. I think that
That
would
would've
have been terrible.
Atrocious. That would have been genuinely atrocious. Yeah, it's better that the first boss strike went out. The second one can have some kinks.
Yeah.
In terms of the difficulty, do you think the boss strike was too hard?
Okay. I was I was about to say no, but I do recognize that I am a whale.
Do you think the boss strike was
so-
too hard for you?
For me, no.
How many nanos did you spend on healing?
I lost track. I was spending a lot of nanos just period on like training new units, especially since the Nomad got dropped in the middle of the strike. I built 50 of them, and that was way too many. So a lot of my nanos just kind of disappeared over the course of the boss strike. So I actually don't know how many I spent specifically on healing, but I know that I spent a decent amount.
Well, let's see. I can compute for mine at least a decent. There's nomads are 79, right? Nanopods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I started at 16k nanopods, a little bit over, like 16,500 at the start of the strike. I got 30 nomads, so that's minus 2,300. So that puts us at what? Hold on. Minus 2,300. So that puts us at 14.2. I ended the boss strike in under 11,000. So I literally spent like 2,000 nanopods just nano healing.
Okay, I actually think I spent less nanos than that healing, though. I didn't really nano any teeth. I think I nanoed teeth once.
Oh, that is true. I'm just gonna say, like, did you really only nano teeth once?
Yeah.
Towards the end of the boss strike, I was just doing anything to keep my mammoth authorities alive.
No, I only nanoed teeth once. I had like, what, 20 Martys, and once they all died, I healed one of them once, and then when that one died, I just replaced it with a snake, because the boss strike was almost over at that point, and I didn't really feel like just spending nanos for the sake of it, so, yeah, I definitely spent less nanos than you in healing.
Sorry, I was just reading something. Totally just off my train of thought. I don't know. Well, I mean, like, I was doing nanos to speed up heal timers first, like Skyraptor.
That I did. I did spend a
Mammoths.
lot on speeding up all my timers for the heals. And I also nanoed. I didn't like nano in the resource for steel, but I nanoed the timer to produce steel.
Yeah, from the mill.
Yeah, from the
I
mill.
did that a couple times just to get it going. I also nanoed the promotion timers on like the Nomad and the Skyraptor, and I also did like after I ran out of teeth, literally on day 2, every teeth from that was
I think the
minus 10
promos
nanopods.
were one of the biggest pain points, just because there was so much steel that you had to spend, and people were already spending a shit ton of steel on their tanks that were constantly dying. Because we were definitely
yeah.
losing a lot of tanks this time around, compared to the first boss strike. Like, I didn't actually expect to be losing like 1 to 2 tanks a fight, and sometimes I would lose more if it was a really bad fight.
I'm not gonna lie, whenever we were talking about that, like that metric of
Yeah.
losing like a tank of battle, I was like, oh, that's not too bad. Like, that's whatever. Now that I've actually played with it where I'm losing like 1 to 2 a fight, it's atrociously high.
Yeah.
Like, it should be like half a tank a fight at like
Yeah, it's
1 tank a fight
really
is
fast.
horrific.
You really
Yeah.
realize like how few tanks you actually have, and I know that I have a lot, but like even still, I was churning through so many tanks, and you don't really realize how many you go through when the casualties are that high. It's really bad.
That was what I say. I literally went through all 100 of my supers twice, all 15 megas twice, all 98 heaviers. That was only once, and then like a couple extra supers because I had like 30 more that I healed up like in time, and then I had to start using PKs at the very like last hour of the strike to keep going.
Though I mean,
Genuinely horrific
some of our
losses.
tank losses were probably worse because we didn't have a ranged frag, if I had to guess, because we can't kill
Yeah.
things as fast, so we're spending more time on the board. That probably didn't help us at all, but still, it was pretty bad.
Yeah. Also, I was completely wrong, by the way. Before, like, pre-boss strike, I was like, oh, the frags, like, they're a huge boost, but, like, they're not that bad. Like, I can go just fine without one. Like, it's not going to be so bad. I was wrong. I lied. Genuinely lied on my ass. If you had a frag boss strike with genuinely easy mode, just clear everything, LOL, one shot, you know, take half the amount of losses, gain freaking an extra, like, 80k points an hour over me, which is, like, get dunked on.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here literally grinding till my hands are falling off, and then all the range strike owners are like, all right, I got 3 million. It's been like, you know, hour and a half.
Yeah, it did feel really bad. And when I killed my my AS during the boss strike, I was praying to anything that I would get something to drop, and nothing dropped.
Bro, I killed my AS 1 day, like, or 2 days before strike, and then again in the middle of strike, and just got nothing both times.
Yeah,
and then I killed it after strike and got nothing
I
again.
killed it the first day of strike, and then the last day of strike, and nothing, which really sucks.
I really thought I was going to be one of them ones when I saw it on the 3-day timer. I was like, yes, this is my moment. God. I mean, it's fine because like I get to like say that I did boss strike 2 and I did really good without a frag, but also like who cares?
Yeah.
People are gonna see that and not really care. Okay, I'm 70 messages behind on the chat. Holy shit.
It's fine.
Help. Send help. Those are people with like 10 tanks. Okay. For casual players of this game, I don't think that the boss strike should be anywhere near this hard. Cause like for people that I know it's super easy, like, and I'm kind of hypocritical on this because like I literally said on AP stream, I was like, if you just make 2 PKs a day, like have 2 barracks, log on, you don't even have to play the game, literally just log on, tap your steel mill, tap PK, let it train. Like if you do 2 a day for 3 months, which is the time between the last boss strike and this one, you would have had 180 PKs, which is better than like at least probably 70% of the player base, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. You don't even have to play the game. It takes like a minute, you know, log in, do your steel mills, make a PK, and you'll be prepared.
I forgot that people started swapping to PKs like halfway through the strike. I completely
They ain't
forgot
had
about that.
shit else. They literally had nothing else to use. They had to. And I mean, nowadays, or you know, now with the New Haven change, like with it being implemented the same way, you can literally just do that, but with heavier tanks. If you run New Haven for like an hour, you'll probably have like, you know, 30 gears or something. You can just sit there with 6 refinement facilities and just keep pumping out widgets and make heavier tanks. Like do that, literally make a PK a day, and you will be set, like super set for the next boss strike.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be necessary because the only things that we have left, they seem a bit more difficult than the last strike. So
A bit.
I don't want to doom post, but I think people should definitely get their tank
Start
numbers
to get
up.
ready.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I think it's better that this happens now as one, our last like original boss strike, and 2, like to get them in the mindset that like, oh, I'm not prepared at all, and I actually need to do something to not get shit on next time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because if this boss strike happened and you said like, oh, it's too hard, I'm not prepared for it, and then you do nothing in preparation for the next one, like that's on you.
Yeah, that is on you.
Like you've been given the example that like you are super duper cooked and you need to do something about it. So if you
And we
decide
have
to do
6
nothing,
months. 6 months
Yeah,
of waiting
literally.
around. So what else are you gonna do?
like quote unquote content drought, and you ain't got no tanks, I found something for you to do. There is a tank drought, not a content drought. That was a good one.
Okay. Yeah. You're really good.
Biggest problem this strike was not having frags. Started by that. Not preparing properly. Yep. Not having enough time. I mean, if you don't have time, then that like no amount of prep is gonna save you for not having time to get points.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I mean, at that point, I guess it just depends on what guild you're in.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have a lot of time, that's literally the perfect place for a casual player to be.
Yeah. Where?
In like a casual guild, if you don't have much time for the boss strike.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. I'm not gonna, dude. I heard so many guilds were kicking people. Like,
Yeah.
like every single guild that I saw like at least 5 different guilds kick members.
Well, a lot
just
of
out
guilds
of the
were
blue.
pushing for points this strike compared to the first strike. I think
Yeah, they kind of
it
needed
felt
it.
a lot more competitive, and I think people were trying to make a name for themselves. And then, I mean, as everybody who's looked at the leaderboards saw, there were 2 more guilds that hit T14 this time around. So there's 5 in total now that hit T14.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. I
It is
still
big. I mean, how much time do
impressive.
they have left? They didn't have much time left.
No, they didn't have a
They
lot
only
of
had, like,
time
an
left.
hour.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Which is, I mean,
pretty close to the edge.
Good for them. Big push right there. I wonder if our well, CN didn't kick any members per se, but they definitely lost some members in the middle of the strike.
Yeah, it's interesting how that happened. They just wanted the
I
point
want a
modifier. That's
BFC
all it
from
was.
Navy. Yeah. Well, I mean, I also understand like if a member's like shitting the bed, you know. How do you think they change that in the future? Like what do you think
the
they
point-
do with guild modifier and with kicking people mid strike?
I mean, just isn't like the easiest answer to make it just lock in once the boss strike starts. Like you can't swap guilds in between boss strikes, so why would the modifier
Yeah,
change?
but you can kick people and change the modifier. That doesn't make any sense. I don't even understand why it functions like that.
Yeah, just
I'm
make
not
it.
gonna lie. Like,
Just make it so if you start the boss strike with 97 people, you're locked into that modifier for the rest of the strike.
yeah, because like I mean, at least in my brain, it doesn't make any sense. Because right now you are rewarded, and not only are you both rewarded, you are encouraged to remove people from the guild because there's no drawback at all, except that you make them mad.
Or you
but
could
like,
just
who cares?
make it to where like
you know?
depending on the level of your guild, you just don't get a modifier at that point. Like if you're a level 20 guild, like you probably need a stronger modifier. But if you're a max level guild, why would you even really need the modifier all that bad?
What do you mean, like with 20 people?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it, because they could either just make it to where the modifier locks in when you start the boss strike, right? Or they could just do it to where, depending on the level of your guild, because we had to donate gold to level it up and everything. Depending on the level of your
That
guild,
dictates your modifier.
yeah, that dictates your modifier. Like smaller guilds will have a larger modifier, and bigger guilds will have a really small modifier or none.
Yeah, I like the fact that you can change yours depending on like players that you field.
Yeah, but it just depends on what like Madrona wants to do. Like, I mean, I think either of those I would be fine with. I mean, I'm not really. I mean, yeah, they might just not level their guild then. That's possible, but then you can't run as many people. So for a guild like us, where we want to let as many people in as possible and get everybody their rewards, that wouldn't benefit us. But maybe if you're a guild that's going for, you know, the leaderboards, you might just not level up your guild. I guess that's entirely possible.
I think they should just lock it.
Yeah,
Just go the
that's
easier
the better
route.
that's the better option in my opinion as
Madrona
well.
is lazy. That
What, Max?
Another way you can do is that if you kick someone, then you lose the point that they contribute to the guild.
I would be fine with that too.
yeah, that would
That's what Goff said.
Yeah, no, I had that thought during the boss strike, and it's probably, I don't know. There's so many solutions that I feel like I'm completely fine with, to be honest. I don't really
anything
care.
that isn't keep all their points and get a better modifier.
Yeah, pretty much.
And keep all the rewards. Literally no drawback at all.
Yeah, there's
Because
no
you could
drawback at all.
just drop people as you go. Like if they're like, oh shit, I can only play the first 2 days. You know, they go crazy the first 2 days, then they leave, and then everyone else just gets better
Yep.
as the game goes on. It's absurd, genuinely absurd work.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna do? We just have to wait and hope that they fix it.
Oh, what's up, Pink? I didn't see that you joined. In terms of their band-aid solution being the nomad, do you think that they should have? Do you think that them adding the nomad was necessary?
So I wasn't there in the first few hours of the boss strike, but from what you told me, the losses were abysmal. So I assume that it was probably necessary. I think they probably could have added a different unit and it would have gone just as well. I don't know that the nomad absolutely had to be added over anything else. But I'm not upset about it. The nomad's cool. 56 was really bad at the start, if I recall correctly. Yeah, that's what I heard. Oolkki was telling me about how bad it was at the very beginning. I went to bed for the first few hours of the strike. I wasn't gonna stay up till 2 and then kill myself and then go to bed in the middle of the day and have a miserable boss strike. I just figured I'd go to bed immediately. So
I don't think it was that bad. TBH.
what, staying up?
No. Like
The nomad?
no, the losses.
So the losses? I don't know.
Like
You were doing
before
posting
nomad
about
was
it.
added. No, I wasn't. I was saying like, shit, I'm losing units, but I also was playing like, I wasn't playing a
You said
formation
that
that
other people
prioritized
were doing
safety.
posting about it, is what I should say.
They were.
Yeah.
They were, but I'm saying like, if you play a formation that is slower but prioritizes safety, you're probably losing way less units than other people were. Which, by prioritize safety, I mean have a freeze unit
Yeah.
that lets you not just get disintegrated. Probably like freeze units, snow maps. Trying trying to think what else could help. Not sure what else could help, but I mean, really just that. I started throwing a wimp into my formation at the end, just one, because like one, all my tanks were dying anyways, and two, maulers didn't really die, so I could throw a frontline wimp in there and just have a sit of mauler behind it, and it would be fine. Let's see.
I don't know. I think I was
Just
fine with the Nomad.
Yeah, I know people were like complaining about it for genuinely whatever reason, for a reason that is lost to me. Like, I get the complaint of like, okay, the solution was like to just add in, and like Nomad is not broken at rank 5, which is like good for how they added it. It's more broken than the higher levels. I know they said that they want to balance it. I said they should just take off, literally just remove rank 7 to 8 and just have it go to rank 6. That's it.
Right now, it feels pretty like fine. I don't feel like it's disgustingly strong.
I was gonna say, it's obviously like good, but I didn't think it was any like that much insanely better than my maulers.
Yeah.
Maulers have a better pattern and are better on the infantry. Kind of.
Yeah.
They're better against something like Spartan, where it has like a shit ton of armor and you can just rip through the armor instead. While Nomad is better at getting the armor off to finish it with a mammoth artillery. That's how I found them getting a use. Let's see. I'm 182 messages behind.
The 46 threshold went from impossible to free. Yeah, that's what I had heard, is some of the lower level players just were able to breeze through the boss strike after Nomad got added, which...
Yeah, if you were a low level, like, you were eating so good this boss strike. Imagine being like level 18 and you join back in the game and you open your mailbox and you have 2 free Nomads sitting there. Totally free, literally easy pickings.
I am glad they gave it out for free. That was the one thing that I was confused that people were complaining about. I didn't understand why you would complain about something that's straight up free.
Because they think that it breaks the my question on the whole like balance of the game thing is, with the way that the game is built, there is nothing like, even if you release a unit, like let's make up a fake unit, right? Invincible eye unit, and it does 9 billion damage to the entire board and can never die. Like, in the current way that the game is built, that unit being added does not affect anything, because there is nothing that causes that unit to like break the game, if that makes sense. Like, with PvP not being in the game, it doesn't matter if I can clear story missions and do boss strike with a brokenly overpowered unit, because it doesn't affect anyone but myself. Even like per guild scores, like especially if like say that unit is just given out to everyone like the Nomad was, because in this instance is like the way that people were thinking of Nomad was that like, oh my god, it breaks the balance of the game, it's ruining battle nations because they released a Nomad, and I just completely disagree, because like it just doesn't matter.
Yeah,
especially because everyone got one. It would be different if this, you know, theoretical overpowered ass unit was 300 nanopods and, you know, only a very, very, very small amount of people had it. Okay, that's different, because now smaller guilds like are getting shit on, while the higher guilds are basically, you know, walking through boss strike super easy. But I just don't think balance really matters in PvE. I think that making the game entertaining and fun is more important than it being balanced. And I think that Nomad made the game fun when they added it. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I think Nomad is a fun unit, and I think for most people,
I think it's all right. Like I said, I don't have any problems with the Nomad. I think if I wanted like a purely fun unit, I probably would have chosen something else, but it served its function, and that's all that I really have to give it. Like, imagine the boom bus.
I just what
thinking the boom bus.
Boom bus, whatever.
Oh my god.
You mad that we didn't get first? I have 2 answers for this. Should I answer it at all?
Wait, who said that? I didn't even say that.
Nightmare.
Oh, mad that we didn't get first.
Maybe I just shouldn't answer it.
I mean, I'm not mad that we didn't get first, but it would have been nice. That's all that I can say about it.
I mean, I guess I'll give 2 answers. From the guild's perspective, like, our goal wasn't to get first, and we made it pretty clear, like, that it could happen, but we're not gonna like push for it super hard. And I think that just like kind of reflects on the fact that we didn't remove anyone and like we had so many people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, yeah, we could have dropped the guild to like, 81, 85, whatever, however many members. But just wasn't what we were going for. And I mean, like, and from a personal, like, just from me, I kind of wish that we did go for it, but like, it doesn't bother me that much. Because like in reality, it's like, it doesn't really matter. Because I mean, at the end of the day, we still got the same amount of rewards as everyone else. Like from 1 to 5, remove the score, all of us got the same amount of rewards. And there is no difference in terms of boss strike performance at that level. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, once we hit tier 14, what? Who said?
Slain.
I literally can't see the bottom of chat. Okay, I just skipped through that. Okay, delete that. Delete that. Hey, what's that? I have no idea what that was.
That's crazy.
Hey, the opportunity was there.
Image saved. No.
The opportunity was there. I'm not gonna like act like we didn't try.
No,
but like once
he definitely wanted it, but it's not the end of the world. I think is the biggest takeaway is that it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because we did accomplish our goal, and everybody got the rewards, and it's a happy feel good moment. But like we were in the lead for a while, so I mean I even said it myself that it would have been nice to have gotten number 1. Like, what are you gonna do?
Okay, I read the first 3 words of Hikari's message and just stopped reading. Genuinely not reading the rest of that. No, I mean the first like what was it, day 2 that was happening? Because we were in the lead, so I was like, okay, we'll probably be able to hold this. And people were like, hey, MM's catching up. So I'm like, okay, we have the opportunity to just like keep first. Like, why don't we?
Yeah.
And then, but once we got past at that point, it was like, okay, my 2 options here are either I start like blowing up the guild and telling people to just start going crazy and like telling them that, their minimum isn't enough and what?
I said it sounds familiar.
Yeah, okay, shut up. It's either... What is Slane talking about? Anyways, it was either I blow up the guild and tell everyone your 2 million isn't enough and we all need to do more to like keep fighting for first place, or you just let it go and what's it called? Or just let it go and let it happen. And the decision was to just let it go.
Yeah.
That's what I did when KRM was passing GF in the last hour. Did they actually finish higher than GF or did they finish underneath them?
Oh,
They beat him? That's
nice.
pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, that's just a difference.
Congrats.
Like, people, once we hit tier 14, like, the goal was, like, just finish out your 2 million, and you can play for more if you'd like, or you can just stop. A lot of our members just have, like, a lot of life stuff. Like, I know some people were asking in tickets, they're like, hey, my family's trying to do something over the weekend. Like, do you want me to play more, or do you want me to...
Yeah,
can I like go do shit?
Image.
Yeah. And it like, I mean, how do you tell someone no, play more boss strike when they want to like go do something else? You know what I mean? Like at that point, it just doesn't matter enough for us to really put the hammer down and start trying to kill our members just so we can get another spot up on the leaderboard. And I think that our members like appreciate that. I think our members appreciate that more than they would if I was like being super annoying about it.
Oh, 100%. I mean, nobody wants to be told to like play more while they're trying to, like, they already know that they should and want to play more, but they can't because they have something going on. Like, they don't want to hear in the middle of boss strike, like, what the fuck are you doing? Play more.
Yeah.
You're terrible. You're ruining the guild. Like,
Especially whenever like we spend like several months telling them like, hey, 2 million's your goal. Like once you hit 2 million, it's up to you if you want to keep playing. And then all of a sudden in the middle of the strike, you switch up and you're like, okay, it's not enough anymore. Now you need to put in another million, because fucking MM's passing us on the digital leaderboard.
yeah, exactly.
Play more, it's like, God, that would be so fucking annoying.
If that was
I would
the
literally leave.
expectation, like, ahead of schedule, then that's a totally different story. But if that's not the expectation, you can't switch up on people like that.
just general hype works. I mean, that's what my message was like for on the second day, because I do know that people like started playing a little bit, but like you guys still passed us, and like, you know, at that point after that, it's just like now I'm like pulling on their coattails to get them to play, and I just don't want to engage in that.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, we still ended up in second, so it's not like we took some huge blow to that.
No, I mean, technically we moved up a place, so.
Yeah. And hey, if anything, if our leaderboard positions ever truly threaten, we can just call in all of our tactical whales, and they can just nano our way up to number one.
So true.
So, yeah. Hey, we held back. We held back. I called off the lumber strike.
Yeah, we actually
Lumber
didn't.
protocol.
As far as I know, we didn't go crazy.
Yeah.
We didn't go ham.
What's up, Endless?
Hi, Endless.
Endless, can I have my name back? I noticed that you took my name in game. Yeah, so if things ever go like really bad for us in boss strike, we have a panic button that we'll press, and all of our mega whales will automatically have $5,000 ripped out of their bank account and thrown into the game.
Yeah.
We have it rigged.
It's a
just
direct
automatically,
deposit, yeah.
yeah, to automatically spend the money so we can simply never lose. I totally got sidetracked on yapping about that. Back onto the Nomad thing, which is what we were talking about before. Is there any other promo unit you would have wanted to see?
Yes, 100%. I would have liked the Imperial Fury. I would have liked I mean, okay, but like, if the question is like, what's going to be best for the boss strike, that's a totally different thing, because we probably got it realistically. But like things that I probably would have just preferred to have because I think they're more fun, like mech artillery. I don't know, it just looks cool. I would have liked to have
Mech
that.
artillery, just get out.
It's cool though, like, or the boom bus, or I don't know, the Supreme mini tank.
The Supreme mini
It's
tank.
cool.
Holy poop.
Like, don't even.
You know that screenshot from like I'm pretty sure it's like the Helldiver 2 devs where they're like, thank God that you guys aren't making the game because it would suck ass.
Okay, that's crazy.
That's literally you being like, wait, what if we gave him the Supreme mini tank? If Majorna dropped the Supreme mini tank during the strike, I would generally just cry.
All right, well, okay. Legendary Mammoth, how's that?
I mean, that would be awesome and
Yeah.
helpful.
Exactly.
The Imperial
that's another one.
Fury is literally crap.
Okay, well, it fucked us up during the boss strike, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but it's only good on their side for one-shotting my poor Mammoth artillery. It's not good on our side for doing anything. Reanimated 33 said, I wanted the Zoe maid outfit unit instead of Nomad. Let's all pay attention to that real quick. Here, I'll link the message right here. We are now on Goon Bus Radio. We're switching the tone.
All right. Cut the cameras.
Fury is ass. Jedrick the Crusher, trash.
All right, well, what did you want, Mr. Tough Guy?
I don't know.
All right, yeah, great answer. Thank you.
I don't know. I feel like most promo units
valuable
wouldn't really
input.
help. They'd be cool though.
That's what I was saying. Just units that I think would be cool.
Mammoth Tank. Mammoth Tank would have been super duper awesome. The problem with Mammoth Tank is that one, its heal cost is genuinely atrocious. Like, bleach my eyeballs, the heal cost is so bad. And if their idea was to give everyone like free copies of the unit, 2 Mammoth Tanks is not doing anything for anyone. Because they're running out of frontline so fast and they're dying so fast, and Mammoth Artillery would have just been one of those, like, you know, dying super fast units. Nomad, 2 Nomads did make a huge difference though.
It did.
If they were gonna do Mammoth Artillery, they would have had to have given everyone like 10. And even then, I don't know if it would have been enough. I mean, like, what they could have added something like Raptor, and I feel like, okay, this might be crazy.
Legendary Raptor?
Do you think that Raptor, like, let's say that they gave us Raptor. How do you think his boss strike changes, if at all? Raptor or Boar? I feel like those two would have been very, very strong, but not as horrifically game breaking as people think.
I think it.
Talking game breaking. I'm talking like, you know, Legendary Sandworm. I know it's like it would get shredded, but like it wouldn't be.
I think it'd probably be a little bit better than the Nomad if we got the Raptor, but maybe I'm wrong. But that's like my first instinct is to say that it would have been slightly easier, but I don't think that that's necessarily the worst thing ever.
For most people, no, that would have been Okay. They give a legendary Raptor and a Boar. Oh yeah, nerf to AS, true. Okay, they give a Raptor instead, and they only give one.
I mean, I would be happy with that because I like the legendary Raptor. I don't know how drastically that changes everything. I know that it's stronger, but that's about...
Hikari's saying it wouldn't be close and it'd be way easier.
Really?
I don't know the stats on him. I just know that Raptor has like a similar checker to a Nomad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the same one, but I'm pretty sure it's only a 5-space checker. That's where I pulled the comparison from. I know it can hit air, which is hilarious. How is that even possible?
Because Z2.
Raptor can do like 1k single target. I mean, that's nice.
Yeah, it would just blow up some units.
I mean, it would definitely, that would be crazy on reducing losses.
Yeah, it does have a lot of options as well.
Because you could just like one-shot Alpha Truck and then not have to deal with it. It's like 1/4 of its attacks. I don't know if
It's
you
got a lot of
mean
attacks.
only...
It
Yeah,
has
I know
4
it does.
attacks, So it's just a lot of options. Like it's just
You can do
very
that plus a really good
versatile.
AoE. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have hated it. I would have like, when I would have said that when Jordan went overboard, but I also would have been like, okay, this is awesome and badass and super cool.
Yeah, I do really want the legendary Raptor. I want the legendary animals as soon as possible. I just hope that they balance them. But I just like having more units to play with.
Yeah. I wouldn't really say
And I
anything.
had a legendary Raptor as a kid, so
I didn't.
well,
Genuinely broke to death.
the only one I didn't have was the Mammoth, unfortunately.
Really, I did have a Supreme Mini Tank because one of like the 8 times I had restarted, I joined like whenever that promotion was running, and I was able to buy it for like $5 or something. Wandering Samurai. I want Wandering Samurai just for the aura. Literally most awesome thing ever. Wandering Samurai is probably my favorite promo, and it's the one I want the most. Unfortunately, okay, how fast do you think we're gonna get another promo? Like, how long do you think it's gonna be until we get another promo?
6 months.
Okay. I mean, the gates are already open with 1. 3 months? Yeah, let's go chicken. I like that. I like the 3 months guess.
Well, I mean, that kind of leads me to the next topic. What do you think's next? Because everybody's saying
Like the
PvP.
next promo?
No,
Oh,
like
next-
the next piece of content. I think it's PvP.
I mean, is PvP. They said they were gonna do that.
Yeah, which makes me think, and that wants me to ask, do you think that a promo is coming with PvP?
With PvP, no. It doesn't really like make a ton of sense. Maybe if they want to just release like a shittier unit, like just some random bullshit and be like, all right, here you guys go. It's permanent in the barracks now. Like they could release PvP and give us like all the animal matriarchs in the barracks and that would be cool. You know what I mean? Like
I
it wouldn't
guess so,
really change a whole lot. I'm actually gonna take a peek at the promo page, which the wiki doesn't have a promo page, which really annoys the shit out of me because like, how do you not have a promo page? I have to scroll through like the barracks of Eagle Factory. Oh my god. What could they release for PvP that isn't like insanely broken? I mean, a lot of units. They could drop like Special Agent and be like, oh yeah, this is fun. DFA, genuinely just kill me. If they drop to DFA, I'll just cry.
But it's kind of cool looking. That's all that really matters.
It can be at least a little good.
No.
Okay, or not. Guess some of these aren't very...
I don't know.
I feel like I'm missing like half of the... I know, right? There's actually surprisingly way less promos than I thought there were.
It feels like a lot when you have to scroll past them to get to the one unit you actually want.
True. I mean, they could release some bullshit like Bigfoot Shaman and like, you know,
That's exactly
it's
what I
cool.
want,
Or
some
like
bullshit.
Raider Recruit. I mean, I would just enjoy a new unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, hi, gotta go. Okay, bye, Endless. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, one more thing. Uh oh. Keep lumbering, you whales. Okay, W, shout out.
Buy less.
Fun fact: our whale insurance protocol, it's actually also linked up to Endless bank account.
Oh.
Like he wires 10K into one of our accounts, which then gets wired into the game.
I like that, actually.
Yeah, we take advantage of the other whales as well. We simply cannot lose. But yeah, I don't think they're going to introduce a promo with PvP. I don't think it makes a ton of sense.
So
TBH, true. Top 5 most casual whale guilds of all time. Number 1, HSC.
we are number 1.
I would like to see them do one though. I mean, they could just, like I said, they could just add some bullshit and be all right.
Yeah. Are you anticipating any kind of PvP event or just PvP point blank?
Okay. I don't know the whole, like, how the system worked back in the day, because like I don't think I even played PvP at all. TBH, like when I was a kid, because I was
Really?
literally stupid. Yeah, like I was stupid. And I was.
The arena
figure it
building
out.
looks cool. I gotta say, it looks really nice.
Okay, all I know is that the unit point system is trash.
Yeah.
And is terrible. And I hopefully that they decide like they're going to rework PvP entirely. I've said like a million times that I want a ladder because I'm a goon and I want to climb up the ladder and I want to be the number 1 PvP player in Battle Nations because it'd be cool. But like,
It's gonna be like some CN player that's ahead of you. So good luck.
literally cheating. You mean cheating?
No, they're gonna be totally legit.
Who has a fucking cheat engine just running whatever he wants, getting 15 billion boss strike points in 1 hour. Praying they don't make PvP mandatory.
How so? What do you mean?
Something
Mandatory?
tells me that PvP will definitely be. I do not think that player versus player, like real time, will be mandatory, but I'm 100% sure that asynchronous PvP will be mandatory.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what it kind
As
of was in the
mandatory as
original,
in
'cause that's
like
how
a
we got
reward.
The mongers, yeah.
Yeah. I do not believe that. I don't think that they will tie rewards to placement. I think that they will tie rewards to what's it called? To just tiers. I think that they'll restructure PvP, like the arena challenges, to be like boss strike, where it depends on tiers. So that way, it's not a snowballing effect. If they release arena challenges as it was,
I
like
think we're gonna get
only the
arena
top
challenges
guilds,
almost identical to how it was originally.
I do not think that they'll let only the top guilds get the rewards.
Oh no,
That
no,
would
I
be
think
so
they're gonna change
ass.
that part just a little bit, but
Or
I think it's gonna be the
if they
same.
want to do that, then have it be only a visual change. If they're all 3 of them are the same unit, but you get a different skin for the unit. That's it. That I would be okay with, because then you can be like, okay, my guild got first, so like
The
I
FOMO
got
would
one
go
of these
crazy.
special ass. I think that's fine. Like that's fine. That's a fine promo in my opinion, or FOMO in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with it so long as we get number 1. If we don't get number 1,
I mean, you
hate
don't
it.
even have
I
to.
hate
You
the
just
idea.
have to get top 3. Because
Alright,
that's how they opened it up.
as long as we
see,
get all
look-
the rewards, I'm okay with FOMO. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. If it benefits me, then it's okay.
That's exactly it.
W mindset. Yeah, I mean, if they just gave us like the skins like that for the units, I would be cool if all the stats were the same.
The mongers are broken, by the way. They're talking in chat about the mongers. The mongers were so fucking strong. It's kinda
Yeah, they're-
crazy. And I really wanted one as a kid, and I did not get
Bro
one as
thought
a
he was
kid.
about to be top 1.
Right.
Well, everyone back then was just running who could run the faster macro in the background. Whose computer could stay on the longest to play Arena Challenge PvP.
If I remember correctly, I think the guild that I was in when I was younger was close enough to, like, be outside of the range that got like one of the first rewards. So I think it was top 50 or something. Maybe it was
Yeah.
less than that. But I remember being close enough to have potentially gotten a reward, but I definitely didn't get a reward, which was really sad.
Yeah. Even if they do the unit point system and it's ass, like let's say that they do that, sure. As long as the reward scheme is not by placement, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Like I'll just deal with it.
Well, what else would
But
the
if it's,
reward scheme be? Like by? Like how else?
By like how they do it in Boss Strike, where it's by tier.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Because then it's like you're not like you can still compete against other players
So you just want
directly
a boss
because
strike, but it's PvP instead.
I mean pretty much. Because I think that it's so ass to do it by placement. Like I said, unless they do it where the only rewards are cosmetic, because then that's how you truly start breaking the balance of the game, because then only the top guilds have the best units, and it just snowballs out of control to where the top guilds just continue to get better and better and better. And you know, to be accepted into a top guild, you need to have these good rewards, and if you don't have them, you're kind of shit out of luck. You know what I mean? Like to where only the top guilds are now basically just trading players with each other. And because like if like let's say that we do like 2 things of PvP and I have the Hell Shot and the Deathmonger, right? And then I'm like, okay, I'm leaving HSC. Okay, let me just go to MM. Like they're the only guild that's going to like be competitively viable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if I'm in like a lower guild, like, you know, let's say I'm in, I don't know, BSC, and I don't have those top tier units. It's not like, damn, I want to be comp. I go to apply to HSC, they're not going to let me in because I don't have these overpowered units. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing what I need to succeed. And that is how you destroy the game.
Yeah, that definitely sounds really shitty. And I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with whatever so long as there's fun rewards to be gained and the competition isn't absolutely terrible. So I really am down for whatever. That's the kind of person that I am, at least in this game. As long as it's not absolutely crap, then I don't really mind all too much.
Yeah, I just really want to see cool units. I just have a lot of fun with stuff. That's why I'm ranking out my Threshers right now. By the way, Thresher tank damage on Chain Drive is like ridiculously high. I'm actually surprised at how much damage it does. I didn't think it'd be like this strong. I don't have R6 Brute though, so I haven't really like messed with a unit like this. But like it just absolutely shreds.
I bet it dies if like a leaf lands on top of it, so.
Yeah. I mean, it does a shit ton of damage though. I bet it would have helped out just quite a bit in Boss Strike, like in some formations, just being able to rip up like
running it, I think.
3 units.
Yeah.
It can hit walls too, which is what Brute can't do. I don't know if it can actually like destroy the walls very effectively, but I know that it can hit walls, which makes it a lot more effective than Brutalizer. I think Thresher's a lot better than Brutalizer now that I have it. I know that like Brutalizer, you can move the thing, but like just put like 2 Threshers, you know, in 2-4, and then you just win.
I mean, it's a tank and a brute, so like, not that bad.
Yeah. I'm pretty impressed with it, honestly. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm also... Thresher Tank is 100% top 5 or top 10 boss strike units of all time. It ain't got much competition, I'll tell you that. There ain't a whole lot for it to go against.
Yeah, I was saying earlier how like I'm kind of down for whatever. The one thing I really want them to do is I just want... Like, we're getting all these cool units and whatnot, but a lot of them aren't actually useful or viable in the future. And maybe they're like slightly useful right now, but they're not going to be as the game progresses. I just want some of the units that we get to actually be like useful in the future. I don't know, like if we get like some of the mongers or something, but it's absolutely terrible, like I'm gonna be sad because like I just want to be able to use the fun units, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't like having a bunch of units that don't do anything. I like using the units for something.
That's why I also want them. I really just want them to add like a PvE game mode that you can do on the side. I mean, Endless Survival has already been suggested. I would assume they would play it kind of like a roguelike where you start with like a set. Like, let's say if they decide to do something like that, you start off with like It's okay. We're getting to the pick 3, okay? But like you start off with like 10 troopers, 5 shock troopers, and like, you know, whatever bullshit. And if you lose a unit, it's gone for good. And as you keep playing, like the waves get harder and you get to pick units as you go up. Start with a set of cards and climb a tower. You could say that you're slaying a spire, for instance. I think that would be really cool. Battle the nation.
Okay.
That's really, really good right there. Yeah. I mean, I guess we just had to see what they do. Boo! Come on, that's good. I know that you enjoyed that. Whatever, you don't like fun. You just hate fun.
Here you go.
I agree with the tower stuff, thank you. My new retro-inspired indie game with roguelike and deck-building elements. Make sure that you edit this in onto the screen, by the way, as I'm talking about this.
Okay, I will.
Bro, it works in every single game. Come on. Okay, tell me that you guys wouldn't like to have that in Battleship. Like, tell me right now that you wouldn't want that.
Oh my god, I love picking
Tell me
three
right now with a straight
things.
face. Bro, tell me right now with a straight face that you wouldn't want something like that in Battle Nations just for fun.
It's crazy because
I
like
don't
if it was
want it.
two
Why
things,
is he lying?
like it would suck. But like once you get that third option in there, it just changes the game.
If you get 4, that's just too many.
It's too many.
Yeah, that's when you start to get the broken territory. Come on. Okay, this is the lying stream anyways. All of you guys were lying earlier about not being able to hear. So I know that you guys are lying. Yeah. Now you can hear me, huh? Whenever I'm talking about pick 3. Okay. If anyone's played Bleach Brave Souls. What?
Oh wait, like Bleach, the actual like anime / manga?
Yeah, I feel like that's like a Bleach game. I've never read or watched Bleach.
Me neither,
Exalted,
actually.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd want that. Yeah, W Exalted. My goat. #1 Boombus fan.
Okay.
We did get a real guild explosion post BS even. Yeah, guild is no longer with us anymore. It happens every boss strike. Well, at least it wasn't #1 this time. I mean, pending Spud, if you want to just blow up the guild to keep the curse of #1 going, I don't know. Up to you. Can't wait for the new guild tier list. We gotta ask BNAP. I don't do those, he does those. So everyone can argue. I'm not gonna lie, the guild tier list stuff is kind of like boof because like it kind of just devolves into, okay, where did everyone place on the boss strike leaderboard, and then place them in the leaderboard. Okay, I don't like that meme. Guild tier list is the ultimate rage bait. True. It's tradition. Yeah. Okay, let's place bets. What guild do you think is gonna blow up post boss strike 3?
Post boss strike 3? HSC.
Yeah. Okay. Why is he wishing doom on his own people? Wait, you have to pick 3 guilds
Oh my god.
to blow up. All right, you have to pick 3.
Okay. But like, if I say any guild's name, they're all gonna get upset. So,
BTN, also BTN. Holy W.
bro. I actually, wait, is Goonwalker still around? I haven't heard many people.
Yeah,
talk
they
about
are.
them. Okay.
No, they're still recruiting too.
Yeah, I'm just going for the top 3. It's gonna be all top 3. It's gonna be
Holy shit.
them, HSC.
Yo. Look in main court guild chat.
What? Main chat? Like Donogen?
No, the guild chat.
Oh, guild chat.
Not what I was expecting to see today.
A recruitment for Pure?
Yeah.
I guess I've never really seen them recruit, but you know, more power to them.
I know, I'm just saying that because I've literally never seen them recruit.
Yeah.
This is the first time ever. It's the only reason why it's surprising to me. Interesting.
Oh. Well,
Do you have any closing thoughts on Boss Strike?
Closing thoughts on Boss Strike.
Did you have fun?
I had fun. Another closing thought
let's
is
put up a
that
poll.
I think that boss strikes from now on are going to have similar levels of losses. I think that we can expect to lose about the same amount of units. I don't think. What I should say is I don't think boss strikes are going to get any easier. So
I don't either. Well, I guess it depends on units, but in terms of like actual like substance, I don't think that they get any easier. I think it'll just get harder. Debatably. Well, I mean, like it also depends on what type of boss strike we get. If we get a raider strike, like they're gonna get their ass dusted. If we get a rebel strike, everyone's just gonna genuinely, I'm gonna lay down and cry.
yeah, that's.
While
gonna
I
be
watch entire front line of mega tanks, 18 concrete walls and 15 boars just kill my entire formation in turn 1.
Oh, another closing thought. Buff the mega tank. It sucks.
Unironically, I agree with that.
It's so bad. So let's fix that.
For a tank being a quote-unquote mega tank, it feels more like a mega waste of nanos.
That was a stinker, but
Am I telling the truth?
a mega doo-doo, if you will.
It's literally like, okay, I can see like mega tank being used in PvP because that's where it's like the best tank, but like for boss strike, it's just like not there. And like you could be like, oh well, it's the best. What's it called? It's the best boss killing tank, but also like super just works in its place and it's cheaper and it costs less to heal, and it's way easier
Yeah, it's,
like to get.
I just think they need to make it a little bit beefier. That's really the only change that I'd ask for, because it feels like
Yeah.
it dies at about the same rate as my super tanks.
It only has 90 more health, and when everything is doing 360 damage to your tank, it doesn't really matter if it has 90 more health, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I can heal my supers in like way faster, and for cheaper, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna use megas. Oolkki, put up the polls all to find the weak mindset. Nah, I just wanted to see if people genuinely had fun. Currently it's 12-3. 12 people voted yes, only 3 people voted no. I said yes. I had a lot of fun. I like this boss strike.
Yeah, I think it was a good one. I'm definitely tired of
I would have
fighting.
had fun if they shit in my mouth, honestly.
Okay, well, that feels
Don't put that on record.
But okay.
Don't put that on record.
that feels like a little bit of a slip of the tongue.
I just saying I would have had fun, okay?
that one's going in the video no matter what.
All right, video's over. Video's over. Goodbye.
All right, bye
Get out.
everybody.
We're done.
Bye. We'll
Someone
see you
instantly
in
left.
a few weeks. Bye everybody.